All right, boys. So everyone in the OFM space right now says that it is dying, but it's not. What I think it is personally all because of is not just the business model itself, but the people, community, and other things along with that. So in this video, I'm doing you guys a favor in sharing the insider secrets that me, somebody doing a little over $250,000 per month in my agency, is seeing. Now, these secrets are going to consist of a bunch of things, my opinions, other people's opinions, and information that once was told to me that honestly changed my view on the industry and allowed me to captivate and keep myself out of the losing circle. Now, I'm sure that may sound a little bit confusing to begin with, but later in this video, you're gonna see I'm gonna be breaking down a lot of the unknown truths about OFM. And don't get me wrong, the money, the leverage, the opportunity is still there, but it's the actual people that have lost the plot. So let's talk about exactly how to fix it, where I see OFM space going, and everything in between. All right, so to be honest, the reason why I think this space is the way it is, and I'm sure you guys have experienced it in the Telegram group chats, the cheap courses, the AI scams, everything A through Z, I point a lot of that back to the reason it is so easy to get into this space, and it doesn't really take a lot of effort like other business models do. Me being somebody that has owned businesses in the past and also multiple now, I can tell you that OFM is one of the most least effort industries to get into and actually make $10, $15, $20,000 per month. And with that being said, everybody gets into this game because they see the flashy cars, the gurus, and it makes them have the ideology that this game is very easy, because it is. It's a simple model pipeline led to one page to monetize on those earnings. There's not a lot in between, and it's also very easy to get started. And you may be saying, okay, that all sounds great. Why is there an issue with that? Because it doesn't bring along the hard parts of business, aka erase all of the idiots out of the space, the people that don't have discipline, don't have passion, could never work 8-10 hours a day on a business. All of those people are getting flooded into OFM because it's easy, it doesn't take a lot of work, and your favorite guru is telling you this over and over again. The fact that a lot of people come into this industry saying, anyone can make fast money, that's a direct correlation to, okay, I have no discipline, there's no passion, there's no drive. That is what creates businesses, and you have to be able to accept that to get anywhere close to 100, 200K per month. But to get into this game, you can easily jump in, sign the right client, and start making 5, 10, 15K per month. Not that you're going to be consistent or be able to scale that up, but it's easy to get in and make money. And my exact solution that I'm proposing for the industry and overall you guys, yes, the viewer watching this video, is to raise your standards. Don't brag about easy wins, track performances, look at your LTV, all of the nerd hard shit that people claim to not do in this industry. That is what you need to win. Treat OFM like a real company. It's not something that you can just jump in, make $1 million a month and call it quits. When I started my agency, I was working hours on end. I'm talking 8 to 12 hour days, and that is the sole reason why I scaled. All right, moving to point 2 that I have about this industry is the community. I have never, and I mean never, seen a community worse than OFM. And yes, I'm talking about all of OFM, the YouTubers, Telegram communities, the everyday Joe Schmo in OFM, they're all not great. I used to be so tapped into all of the group chats, every single one on Telegram, messaging daily, talking to guys. And from what I hear back in the day, 2020, 2021, from some of the guys that have been doing OFM longer than myself, said that Telegram was a great platform to get in and learn about OFM. But now it has just become so flooded with VAs, scams. Literally my own Telegram community, I get an immense amount of people that are sending in bot messages or fake messages that I make sure to delete. So basis off of that, if you guys do want a Telegram community that is scam free, promotion free, and really just is focused on networking, community driven, and making you guys succeed, you can click the first link in the description to take you to my absolutely free Telegram community. We host weekly calls every single Friday at 5 p.m. It's currently Friday, 2:31. I got a call in 3 hours, but you guys will see me in there all the time. I never let scams, ads, guys trying to swap money out of XRP, all of the bullshit that people send in on Telegram, I never let that come into my community. So if you guys want a safe haven to kind of land, talk about OFM, everything in between, feel free to join that. And this is not to mention the anonymous accounts that join in on OFM. It's actually baffling how many people stay anon in this game because they don't want their face and their structure, their image associated with this industry, whether it be because they're running scams, because they don't like the idea of OnlyFans, whatever it is. But I'm sure we can agree we've seen the same thing. Everyone who is an anon or an anonymous leads directly to scams. If you cannot put yourself out there, do not trust that individual. And overall, try and just communicate to the people that really do have a passion for this game and also the other side of it to show their face. So what's my solution about this? Obviously, we can't help the weirdos online 18 in their mom's basement scamming you on Telegram, but what we can do is keep within our own wits. And so what that means essentially is, I personally have done this and also recommend it, is to pick about 3 to 4 guys, same work ethic, same strategy, same side of OFM as far as doing real OFM or AI OFM, whatever you're in, and stick with those guys. Share results privately, talk about strategies, help each other out. That is what's going to lead you to success way quicker. And that's why in my consulting private group, I make sure all of the guys talk to each other, because it's really hard to get a network of a large amount of people all focused on one goal, not looking to scam, make quick cash, or anything in between like that. And that's why I value that community so much. I love chilling with them. But overall, pick your guys, pick your community, and make sure you're not with a bunch of losers. And like I said, that's literally exactly the reason why I built my Telegram. I don't promote my shit in there. I don't promote any sort of course in there. I literally do free value every single Friday, 5 p.m. And additionally with that, ban anyone and everyone who's trying to sell, promote, or anything in between. Next point about this is on you guys. I have never done this. I never will do this. I don't really understand why agency owners think that this is, all right, or it's not a big deal, but that is treating creators like shit. And I'm not just saying the guys that are making Colombian girls 10K a month and paying them on a 1K salary. Even though I do think that is fucked up, I'm not even talking about that. If you want to last in this game, you have to treat your partners, one, with professionalism and like partners, not property. Contracts shouldn't put you all in this all-powerful state. It should put both of you in protection. VAs aren't robots. They're literally a teammate of yours helping you get to what you want to do. And how you treat them, even at the lowest level, is still your agency's reputation. For instance, if you guys joined in on really any of my Telegram calls, I always name drop some of my VAs, not to promote them or anything like that, but because I have a real connection with them. My chat manager, content manager, the people that do chatting with me, all of those people are a part of my team, and they're going to get treated with respect overboard. I've had so many times that people shit on VAs, tell them they're not going to pay them even after 10, 15, a week's worth of work. It really is so bad and so messed up. And I think that really does align with my first point, that anyone and everyone can get into this business model without having the mind models behind it of discipline, maturity, and everything in between like that. And not to mention, I know plenty of guys who have, dropped creators or lost creators, whatever it may be, and then stole their OF account back or didn't let them have the Instagram accounts that they made for them. When we sign creators and let go of creators, everything gets returned back to them. They have full access across the board, and that's why they trust us. And that's why model retention and also model onboarding, signing, anything with acquisition is seamless for us, because we have a good rep and people in the industry know us. It's not about how many times can I scam my way out to get more money or leverage myself. It's about how many times can I lower myself, do a little bit more work, so then later down the line in the future, it'll pay off 10x. And now, kind of wrapping everything up, I want to say that the last point that I want to make is the lack of respect equals short-term thinking. People don't treat this game like a business anymore. They did when I started. They did for a little bit about a year ago, year and a half ago. But now I will say this industry doesn't even seem like a company, like a business. It seems more of a internet scam that everyone's trying to get a piece of the cheese. It's almost like the damn California gold rush, but it baffles me how so many people really think they can just plug themselves into it and make all this money. But they really do not realize that moral agencies, the people that are running real systems, reliable management, and transparency between everyone in their team, those are the people that actually end up winning and stepping forward in OFM. And I hate to say this, but it's your guys' fault. It's, not my fault. I don't contribute to any of that. But I also will say people watching my videos may get the wrong idea that this industry is just insanely easy to get into. And so if you are one of those people, please take this video into note, realize that this industry takes way more than what it's presented to you with, and then make your decision based off of that. To summarize my whole fix of all of these common issues, big issues that are in the OFM space, this is how I would kind of wrap it up. First is having a professional structure within your entire system, A through Z, your team, your models, your marketing, everything. Second for that is respect for creators and the team. Don't scam your VAs. Don't threaten your VAs. I've heard some crazy shit. Don't throw out your models and scam them out of the money in the OF account. Overall, just have respect in the game. Thirdly is transparency and building. What that is not lying to your models about results, not jiffing them out of a couple thousands of dollars, being transparent in who you are, what you do, how well you do it, everything. Following that, point 4 is a private and growth focused communities. The communities that you can trust, look towards when everything else is kind of just blowing up. For instance, my Telegram community. Now, I know you're watching this video. Of course, I'm going to promote my community. Of course I am. I work hard keeping this community. No scams, no promotions, like I mentioned earlier. So if you're genuinely looking for what I personally do think and believe, tons of people also share the same idea. The best Telegram community in OFM. Click the first link in the description, first or second link, it'll say OFM community. Feel free to join. If you can watch this video early enough, you might just be on a weekly call after this. And then lastly, focus on your systems, your models, your scale, everything in between, not screenshots. And if people actually did everything I just said, 1 through 6, they would see a difference in this whole space in 6 months. If everyone did that. Obviously they're not, because some people, they'll spend hours on end, the brokies, to get a couple of $100s off of Telegram scams, which I think is personally sad. Listen, if you're one of those brokies scamming on Telegram, come talk to me, man. I can get you hooked up with actual OFM. But aside from that, if everyone actually did change, I genuinely think that this community, this OFM trend, would be on a uphill trend. But right now, I really can't say otherwise, that we're on the downhill trend of OFM. Overall, that's kind of my aspect. I really do hate to even make this video. I never thought that OFM would get this bad. Obviously, there's always been mix-ups. There's always been people doing what I'm talking about in this video. But nowadays, it's just become way too common, and I figured I had to do my part as somebody who does influence the community slightly. So there's my 2 cents about OFM, the culture, the community, the business model in general. Don't get me wrong, I still think OFM is a great industry to get into. It is very easy, like we talked about earlier, but it's because of those same reasons why the community aspect and the people in this game aren't at that same level. As always, boys, it's been Griffin. I'll see y'all boys in the next video. Let me know in the comments if you agreed with my aspects, disagreed, whatever. I do want to hear you guys' opinion. As always, it's been me, and peace out.